Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Let me welcome you to today's 247 Digitized Legal Support Services webinar on contract renewal, storage and archival, and compliance and reporting. Before we get started, let me give you a little introduction of 247 Digitized. We are a US-based company headquartered in Chicago with delivery operations in India. For more than 18 years, we've supported organizations in streamlining and managing their business processes with a strong emphasis on quality, accuracy, and efficiency. Our core offerings include legal support, data management, and bookkeeping services. All of the certifications that you're going to see right now meet or exceed established industry standards. In these slides, you can see some of the certifications we have, and all of these certifications are fully compliant with industry standards. We are very proud to share this with you. My name is Samuel de la Torre, and I lead the marketing efforts here at 247 Digitize. I have over 17 years of experience across digital and traditional marketing, and I've had the opportunity to work with organizations throughout the US, Canada, the UK, India, and Latin America. My background spans industries such as retail, insurance, and more. I hold an MBA from Esan School of Business and a diploma in innovation from Yafet University in Colombia. And joining me today is Krishnaveni, our in-house expert in contract lifecycle management. She brings over 15 years of hands-on experience in document review and litigation support. Her leadership in managing large-scale legal teams has been a key driver of our success in this space. She is deeply committed to delivering high-quality work and maintaining operational excellence. As we move through today's session, please feel free to drop any questions you may have in the comment section, and we'll answer them at the Q&A section at the end. And if you're watching this video at a later time, please feel free to contact us. We'll be happy to clarify any questions you have and any doubts that may appear. We'll be very happy to contact you and tell you how our legal support services can help you. Now that we've done this introduction, I'd like to ask KV to please take this forward. Over to you, KV.
Thank you, Sam. As you can see, the topics for the webinar will be introduction, wherein we will be setting the context as to why document governance matters now more than ever. We will cover a couple of segments like comparison between storage and archival, best practices to organize, retain, and secure critical business information. Under compliance and reporting, we will also cover how timely reporting and compliance boost trust, reduce risk, and ensure accountability. Let's begin with the introduction. In today's data driven world, managing documents is more than just organization, it's a strategic necessity. As businesses grow, so do contracts, data, and compliance responsibilities. Storage and archival systems help keep operational and legal records secure, accessible, and audit ready. This ensures businesses can respond quickly during reviews, disputes, or strategic decisions. Compliance and reporting are no longer optional. They show transparency, reduce legal risk, and build trust with regulators, investors, and partners. Reporting isn't a one time task, it is a continuous process of accountability. Poor management of contracts or records can lead a serious consequence. I'll cite an example where a tech firm missed renewing a cloud services contract, costing over $100,000 in downtime and transition. Well, it's a simple oversight with costly results. In this session, we will also cover two critical pillars for governance and growth: storage and archival, which is building smart data retention systems, compliance and reporting, which means meeting legal standards and stakeholders' expectations. Together, these functions reduce risk, support strategy, and enable long term success. So, Sam, over to you.
Thank you very much, KV. So let's talk about the definition and purpose of storage and archival. Effective document and data management underpins operational efficiency and legal readiness. While storage and archival may seem similar, they serve distinct roles in an organization's information lifecycle. Storage is about managing active documents, files that are frequently accessed, edited, and shared for ongoing work. And archival refers to the long term preservation of inactive, read only records for legal, regulatory, or historical purposes. Let me give you a couple examples in practice. A law firm keeps active client contracts in its document management systems, DMS, while archiving closed cases for 10 plus years for regulatory compliance. Another example, a branding team stores current campaign assets in cloud folders for real time collaboration. And an engineering firm archives all project files from 2012. They're no longer in use, but they are essential for audits and legal reference. Now, why does this matter? Well, first, it reduces clutter and speeds up access to live data. It also ensures compliance with industry specific data retention laws, for example, tax, audit, or legal. And it also supports business continuity, audits, and dispute resolution. Now, as you can see here, we're going to do a little comparison between storage and archival. Let me share this with you, please. 1 second. Sure. Give me 1 second, please. For some reason, let me just open another screen to show this because it's not showing exactly what I want to share with you. So never mind. We have a solution for everything. Just give me 1 second, please. Here we go. Okay. There we go. Let me share this with you. Mm. Uh, Here we go. Okay. So yeah, technical problems arise sometimes, but we have to work through them. So let's talk about this storage and archival, a little comparison between them. In this section, I would like to ask Katie to please help us. I'm going to cover our archival. I want Katie to help us with archival. I will speak on storage. So as you can see here in this table, we're going to compare both of them. In document and data management, it is critical to distinguish between storage and archival, as they serve very different purposes in an organization. When we talk about purpose, for instance, storage is for documents and data that are actively used in day to day operations. Think of files that you open regularly, like invoices in process, current contracts, or project materials.
Right, Sam. On the other hand, archival refers to records that are no longer in active use but need to be retained often for legal, regulatory, or historical reasons.
Sure. When we talk about the frequency of access, storage data is accessed frequently, sometimes daily, and it is often modified. These systems need to be fast and responsive.
Okay. Archive data is rarely accessed. It's mostly read only and is stored with the assumption that it will only be needed occasionally, say during audits or compliance reviews.
When we talk about the type of content, stored content is live. It is what your teams are working on today. For example, a sales report for this quarter.
Got it. Archive content includes things like financial statements from 5 years ago, old employee records, or completed project documentation.
When we talk about retention duration, storage is typically short to medium term. Files may only stay there for weeks or months.
Oh, I see. But archival is long term. Records are kept for years, sometimes indefinitely, depending on regulatory needs.
Sure, when we talk about cost and infrastructure, storage is generally more expensive per GB since it's built for speed and frequent access.
Archival systems are designed for low cost, long term storage since speed isn't a priority. They can use more economical storage solutions.
And when we talk about compliance and strategy, storage supports operational efficiency, keeping the business running smoothly.
Archival supports governance, risk management, and compliance. It protects the organization from legal risk, ensures audit readiness, and preserves knowledge.
Understanding this distinction um, helps in setting up the right systems. It saves costs and helps you stay compliant. Knowing what to store versus what to archive is not just good practice, it's a strategic advantage. Now that we've covered this, can you tell us more about the best practices, KV?
Sure, Sam, my pleasure. To ensure operational efficiency, legal compliance, and strong data governance, organizations must implement robust document and data management practices. On the screen, we see key best practices every organization should follow, and let us talk in detail. The first one is use cloud storage with encryption. Modern cloud storage solutions offer scalability, reliability, and accessibility. However, data security is critical, especially for sensitive or regulated information. The best example is your fintech startup, which uses AWS S3 with AES 256 encryption, and your MFA, the multi-factor authentication, and role-based access to protect financial data. The second one on the screen is generate legal retention schedules, which is different data types have different legal and operational lifespans. A retention schedule defines how long to keep records and when to securely delete or archive them. Well, why it matters? Over retention can pose legal and storage risks, while premature deletion can lead to non compliance. I can cite with an example where a hospital retains patient records for 7 years in line with HIPAA regulations. The third one is classification data based on sensitivity. Not all data is equal. Data classification helps determine how information is stored, accessed, and protected. The common categories of data classification would be public, internal, confidential, highly sensitive. And what would be the impact is it drives encryption needs, access restrictions, and storage location. One of the examples to cite is legal contracts are marked as highly sensitive, stored in encrypted folders, and accessed only by authorized personnel. The fourth one is regular backups and disaster recovery planning. Accidents, outages, and cyber attacks happen. Regular backups and tested disaster recovery plans, your DR plans, ensure business continuity and compliance. The best practice is to automate daily backups and conduct quarterly DR simulations. And there are cloud disaster recovery tools which serve the purpose like Azure Site Recovery or AWS Backup, which streamlines this. And again, just to cite an example here, A healthcare provider backs up electronic medical records daily, storing them in off-site locations and running quarterly recovery drills. And the final on the screen is archival systems with metadata tagging. Interesting. Archiving is more than storing old files, it's about retrieving them when needed. Metadata tagging enables easy search and filtering by keyword, date, subject, or file type. The best practice is to implement archiving solutions that support full text search and metadata indexing. And the outcome would be it saves time, supports audits, and also improves compliance. And coming from a legal background, I would cite an example where a legal team quickly locates contracts from 2015 to 2020 by filtering archives by vendor name and contract type. Now, to help us better understand the compliance and reporting side of things, Sam, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, KB. Now, when we talk about compliance and reporting, we need to explain a little bit more to be sure that everything is clear. Compliance refers to the process of adhering to legal, regulatory, and organizational standards. This includes laws, industry specific regulations, internal policies, and ethical guidelines that govern how a business operates. It ensures that an organization operates within the law, meets industry and sector specific obligations, and follows internal codes of conduct and governance. Let me give an example of this. A telecom company complies with GDPR by implementing user consent mechanisms and secure data handling, helping it avoid a potential €2 million penalty. And what is reporting? Well, reporting is the act of documenting, tracking, and communicating how the organization is meeting its compliance responsibilities. It involves gathering relevant data like financial, operational, or regulatory, preparing internal reports for management or audits, and submitting external disclosures to regulators or stakeholders. An example of this: a company files quarterly financial reports with regulators as required under the Sarbanes Oxley Act, ensuring transparency and investor confidence. Now, why do they matter together? Compliance is about doing what's required, and reporting is about proving it. Together, they promote transparency in ethical behavior, they build stakeholder and investor trust, they reduce regulatory and legal risks, and they enable informed decision making and accountability. The bottom line is compliance without reporting is invisible, and reporting without compliance is empty. Both are essential pillars of good governance. And now, let's talk about regulatory framework. Let me give you a little overview. Compliance requirements differ based on industry, geography, and operations. Here are some key framework organizations must align with. In the European Union, we have the GDPR for data privacy and user control. It protects user data and mandates consent, transparency, and the right to be forgotten. An example of this: an e commerce platform allows users to download or delete their personal data. In the United States, we have the Sarbanes Oxley for financial integrity. It ensures accuracy in corporate financial reporting and internal controls. For example, a public company submits quarterly internal control assessments. Also in the US, we have HIPAA, for healthcare data protection. It secures sensitive health information and governs its access and sharing. For example, a hospital encrypts patient records and limits access to authorized staff. We have a global one, which is the ISO standards for quality and security compliance. Those are guidelines for systems, processes, and risk management. For instance, the ISO 27001 for information security. An example of this: a cloud provider conducts regular audits to retain ISO certification. And we also have some country specific, like local laws for labor, safety, and tax compliance. They govern payroll, worker safety, environmental, and fiscal responsibilities. An example of this: a manufacturing unit performs routine safety audits per national labor codes. These frameworks not only ensure legal compliance, but also protect reputation, enhance trust, and reduce operational risk. Now, with this topic covered, I'd like to ask Katie to please move forward with the next topic.
Thank you, Sam. Okay, let's cover importance of reporting. Reporting is not just a back office task. It is a strategic business function essential for organizations of every scale. Whether you are small, mid-sized, or large company, timely, accurate, and transparent reporting forms the foundation for effective compliance, risk management, and sustainable growth. Let's dive into the points that you see on the screen one by one. Ensures transparency and builds stakeholder trust. Yes, reporting makes compliance efforts visible to key stakeholders, including investors, employees, regulators, and public. The example I could think of right now is publishing ESG, the environmental social governance reports, which demonstrates commitment to ethical and sustainable business practices. 88% of institutional investors factor ESG disclosures into their investment decisions. And the source is one of the big four accounting firms on the percentage that I just mentioned. Reputation impact is a transparent reporting strengthens brand reputation and fosters stakeholder loyalty. Consistent public facing reports, which could be monthly or quarterly, help establish long term credibility. Now, supports proactive risk management is where the comprehensive internal and external reporting enables early identification of risks and operational issues, allowing timely corrective action before problems escalate. Example SOX compliance reporting identifies inconsistencies in financial data and internal controls. The point to be noted is accurate reporting uncovers irregularities such as procurement discrepancies or financial misstatements. Regulatory compliance requires structured, proactive reporting rather than reactive scrutiny and avoid penalties in healthcare sectors. Now, moving to the fourth point, which is facilitates internal audits and drives continuous improvement. Reporting is critical for enhancing internal governance by supporting audits and enabling data driven decision making for operational and policy refinement. Example, monthly internal audit reports may reveal payment delays or compliance gaps in HR training. And the outcome is it would facilitate actionable insights and strengthens team accountability. There are various tools which could include your Power BI dashboards, Excel audit sheets, and GRC, the governance risk compliance platforms that help facilitate the audits and also provide more insights about the team accountability. Well, there are additional strategic benefits of effective reporting, such as enhances funding readiness, strengthens accountability, aligns with global framework. Reporting is just not ticking boxes, everyone. It's about telling your story with facts, data, and impact so that stakeholders can believe in you, regulators can support you, and funders can invest in you. I will conclude the webinar with a summary of the key takeaways of this session, which is the integration of contract management, data governance, and compliance monitoring forms the backbone of a resilient and ethical organization. This leads to timely contract actions, ensures stability and strategic direction. Data storage and archival uphold legal and operational integrity. Compliance and reporting reflect transparency and protect against penalties. Again, I repeat, organizations must embrace digital tools, employee training, and ongoing audits to strengthen these foundations and achieve long term success. For this, 247 Digitize it with you, empowering your journey with tailored solutions, expert support, and a commitment to continuous improvement. That is all from my side, Sam. Over to you.
Thank you very much, KB. So, with this, we wrap up today's presentation. Whether you're joining us live or you're watching the replay, we welcome your questions. Please feel free to drop them in the comment section, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. While we give people a couple minutes, a couple seconds, to write any questions they may have, I want to give you a quick reminder that this webinar will be available on both our LinkedIn page and our YouTube channel. On your screen, you can see KV's contact details. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you'd like to explore how our legal support services can support your business needs. And for a deeper look at everything that we offer, be sure to visit our website, www.247digitize.com. So, yeah, I think we have no questions right now. But thank you very much for being with us today. And we look forward to seeing you at our upcoming webinars. Thank you very much, everyone. And thank you very much, KB.
Thank you, Sam, and thanks all. Keep supporting us.
Have a great day. Thanks.
Thank you.